Hey superstars, it's your best friend Scott. Today we're painting someone near and dear to my heart. The randomizer landed on my Cleveland Indians/Guardians this week, and so I'm going to go with Larry Doby. I have to admit I was a little bummed that we landed on my favorite team so early in this process. I would have liked to save the best for last, as it were, but this is how it is. I had a little trouble figuring out exactly who to paint. I love so many of the Indians Hall of Famers. I could have gone more modern with Jim Thome, or maybe gone pre-war with Nap Lajoie or Tris Speaker, or even Bob Feller, perhaps the greatest player to ever put on a Cleveland uniform. But I went with Doby because I believe he's the most important player in franchise history and one of the most important players in baseball history. I think in just about every video where people talk about Larry Doby, they mention that he's so very overlooked. I think it's true that he was overlooked for so long. He was the second person to break the color barrier, both as a player just weeks after Jackie, and as a manager a couple years after Frank Robinson. He was the first player to break the color barrier in the AL, but he might have been thrown into a tougher situation than Jackie. He was 4 years younger than Jackie and not quite as polished. He did not have the luxury of getting somewhat acclimated to integrated baseball in the minor leagues like Jackie did, and Cleveland wasn't known for being as diverse as Brooklyn. So naturally he struggled in his first year, and he received all the same taunts and threats and hatred that Jackie received, but he wasn't an instant success either, so it might have actually been tougher. Not to take anything away from Jackie, of course. I'm just saying Larry played a huge role in the integration story as well. Anyway, I was talking about Larry Doby being overlooked. I do think he's getting a lot more credit and a lot more attention as of late, and that makes me proud, I guess. Not that I have anything to do with it. I'm just happy that he's getting his due nationally, even if it is a little late. Larry was a 9-time All-Star. He was absolutely crucial in getting the Indians their last World Series win in 1948, and he was also stellar in '54 when they returned to the World Series. He was even the first black player to hit a home run in the World Series, and despite his great hitting, usually somewhere atop the league in home runs and RBIs, and despite being a fine center fielder and just a great athlete in general, and despite being such a big part of baseball history and American history, Larry had a lot of trouble getting into the Hall of Fame because he wasn't the first, and he was seen as being a little standoffish or grumpy. It wasn't until Yogi Berra and Ted Williams campaigned hard to get him in 1998 that he finally got the nod, 39 years after his last at-bat and 36 years after Jackie got in. But he's in, people are recognizing his contributions, and that's what's really important. I might have talked a little too much in this video, I'm sorry, but it is sales pitch time. This art may or may not be available, or maybe I've decided to keep it. I don't know. I have to make these videos about 2 weeks ahead of time to have the trading cards printed. And speaking of trading cards, I have made a limited run of trading cards with this art available in my Etsy shop while supplies last. You know the drill. Go check them out. Link is in the description below. Thanks for supporting me, whether you buy art or a card or just watch the videos. I am thrilled and honored to be able to share these with you. There's our man Larry. I think I've done him justice. Obviously, this one meant a little more to me personally, but I hope you guys like this one. And of course, thank you for watching. I'll be back next week with Marker Doodle Monday. In the meantime, go find a better video to watch, and we'll see you real soon.